Welcome to Jason on English. Let's look at past perfect. Earlier past. Past perfect is very challenging, mainly because people don't know when to use it. Let's take a look at how to use past perfect. Two actions in the past. Imagine there are two actions in the past. One action happened before the other action. First, I woke up. Second, I took a shower. So I woke up before I took a shower. It's easy to join these actions into one sentence. I woke up before I took a shower. It's very simple. Using simple past with the word before is a very easy way to express this situation. Most of the time, the order is easy to understand. I woke up before I took a shower. There's nothing special about this situation. Other times, the order is important or surprising. We want to emphasize the order of events. I bought a car before I finished high school. This is different from I woke up before I took a shower. That situation is very common. I bought a car before I finished high school is more surprising. First, I bought a car. Second, I finished high school. This might surprise some people. Cars are expensive, so most high school students cannot buy a car. I bought a car before I finished high school. There is another way to express this. Past perfect. We make the past perfect tense in sentences like this. First, had already past participle. When. Second, past. Already is optional. You don't have to include the word already. Or, first, had already past participle. By the time. Second, past. Again, already is optional. I had already bought a car when I finished high school. Or, I had bought a car when I finished high school. Already is optional. I had already bought a car by the time I finished high school. Or, I had bought a car by the time I finished high school. Already is optional. If you include the word already, it has more emphasis. That really emphasizes this action was first. This action was earlier than the second action. The past perfect tense is rarely used. We can express the same information using simple past with before. You must have two actions. One action must happen before the other action. The two actions should be unusual or surprising. You can use past perfect to emphasize this relationship. Now you try. First, when, second, or first, by the time, second. First, my mother made dinner. Second, I came home. Let's join this using when. My mother had already made dinner when I came home. Or, my mother had made dinner when I came home. Already is optional. Now let's try using by the time. My mother had already made dinner by the time I came home. Or my mother had made dinner by the time I came home. First, my friend went out. Second, I called my friend. Use when to join these two sentences. Let's check. My friend had already gone out when I called him or her. Use by the time. My friend had already gone out by the time I called him or her. First, I got my hair cut. Second, I went to a movie. Use when. I had already gotten my hair cut when I went to a movie. Use by the time. I had already gotten my hair cut by the time I went to a movie. First, I fell asleep. Second, you called me. Use when. I had already fallen asleep when you called me. Use by the time. I had already fallen asleep by the time you called me. As I mentioned before, past perfect is rarely used. You might not hear it very often when you're speaking with native English speakers. When you use it, make sure you have two past actions. Make sure one action happened before the other action. And try to save past perfect for situations when the relationship is surprising or unusual. You can emphasize one action was first and the other action was second. If you like, please watch this video again and practice making your own sentences using past perfect. Thank you for watching.